This is Hiroshi, a 35-year-old salaryman, drags himself up 4 flights of stairs after another soul-crushing 12-hour shift at his accounting firm. He opens the door to his tiny Tokyo apartment and is greeted by, absolutely nothing. No welcome home, and no human voice asking about his day. Now, in most countries, Hiroshi might call a friend, grab a beer, or cry into a tub of ice cream like a normal person. But this is Japan, baby, and they've turned loneliness into an art form with a very special solution. Hiroshi grabs his wallet and heads to a place called Soniya. And no, that's not Japanese for McDonald's. Soniya is a cuddle cafe. Yes, you heard that right. It's exactly what it sounds like. And before your dirty little minds start wandering, let me stop you right there. No, sexual activities are not allowed. This is strictly professional cuddling, people. Think of it as Uber for hugs. For about $50 an hour, Hiroshi can literally pay a stranger to spoon him while he takes a power nap. The menu reads like fever dreams. It's like a restaurant menu, but instead of ordering sushi, you're ordering emotional support. Welcome to Japan's loneliness industry. And trust me, bro, this cuddle cafe thing, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Things are about to get real dark. It is August 9th, 2025, and you're watching Weepedia. Now, I know it's been more than 4 months since I last posted a video, and I can practically feel the withdrawal symptoms radiating from my beloved 877 subscribers refreshing YouTube every day, maybe even lighting candles and praying to the algorithm gods for my return. But hey, I'm back, and before you ask where I've been, let's just say I've been busy conducting very important research, also known as lying in bed watching TikToks and eating cereal for dinner. We need to talk about something called hikikomori. Now, this isn't some fancy sushi roll. It literally means pulling inward, and it describes people shutting themselves away in their rooms for months or even years. We're talking over 1 million Japanese people who've essentially rage quit society and decided their bedroom is now their entire universe. But here's where it gets interesting. Meet Kenta, a guy in his late 20s who became a professional shut-in after getting bullied in school. For years, this dude lived like a vampire, never leaving his room, surviving on food trays the parents left at his door. His parents were basically running a one-person prison with room service. Now, most parents would probably try the classic tough love approach, right? Maybe change the Wi-Fi password until he comes out. But no, these are Japanese parents, so they did what any reasonable person would do. They hired a rental sister. Yes, that's a real job title. For about $900 a month, they got Kenta a professional sibling named Ayaka. And get this, Ayaka's job was literally just to befriend this guy. She started by talking to him through his bedroom door, and after 6 months of the most patient friendship sales pitch in history, she actually got Kenta to not only leave his room, but move out of his parents' house entirely. Plot twist, some of these rental sisters are so good at their job that clients end up marrying them. Talk about a happy ending with a subscription fee. Now, if you think renting a sister is wild, Japan said hold my sake and basically turned the entire concept of family into a subscription service. These rent-a-family businesses are like the ultimate solution for people who want all the benefits of having relatives without any of the actual trauma. Imagine showing up to your company's family day with a rented uncle who actually listens to your problems and doesn't ask when you're getting married every 5 minutes. But here's where this whole rental family thing goes from weird to absolutely insane. There's this company called Family Romance that basically said, why stop at pretending for a few hours? Let's commit to a lifetime of lies. So get this wild story. A mom loses her husband and decides her little daughter needs a dad. Normal human response, right? But instead of downloading a dating app like the rest of us, she hires this actor named Yuichi to literally cosplay as the kid's biological father. And we're not talking about some weekend acting gig here. This guy has been playing daddy for years, and the little girl genuinely thinks he's her real dad. He might have to walk her down the aisle at her wedding someday, play grandpa to her kids, and basically live as a fake person until he dies. Alright, so that was family drama sorted, but what about romance? Well, Japan looked at their love life statistics and said, we need professional help, literally. Here's a fun fact that'll make your dating life look absolutely thriving. Over 1/3 of Japanese adults aged 20 to 40 have never been in a romantic relationship. But don't worry, Japan's entrepreneurial spirit strikes again. Can't find a real boyfriend or girlfriend? Just rent one. For about 45 bucks an hour, you can hire a professional romantic companion who will hold your hand, laugh at your terrible jokes, and take Instagram-worthy photos with you. It's like having a relationship, but with better customer service and no awkward "where is this going" conversations. It's basically all the good parts of dating without any of the emotional baggage, weird habits, or arguments about whose turn it is to do the dishes. Though I gotta say, if I'm paying 45 bucks an hour for a fake girlfriend, she'd better pretend to be really impressed by my YouTube subscriber count of 877. Now, if you think renting temporary love is weird, hold on to your body pillows because we're about to enter the final boss level of Japanese romance solutions. Japan looked at the dating market and said, you know what's wrong with relationships? Too many humans involved. Meet Akihiko Kondo, a man who looked at the entire dating scene and decided, you know what? I'm gonna marry a hologram. Not metaphorically, this dude literally held a wedding ceremony to marry an anime character named Hatsune Miku, who exists as a flickering blue projection in his apartment. His own mother refused to attend the wedding, which honestly tells you everything you need to know about this life choice. For years, Kondo lived his best virtual marriage life. He'd come home from work, chat with his holographic wife, and even sleep next to a life-size plush doll of her. The company even gave him an official marriage certificate because why not enable this beautiful disaster? But here's where the story gets tragically hilarious, and I mean tragically. The company that made his holographic wife decided to discontinue the software service. So basically, Kondo got ghosted by his own hologram wife. Now remember how I promised this gets darker and darker? Well, congratulations everyone. We've officially crossed the line from weird but harmless into holy crap, this is actually terrifying. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Japan's most horrifying export. Kodokushi, literally lonely death. This isn't some poetic metaphor. We're talking about people who literally die alone in their apartments and become real-life ghost stories, except the ghost is just their decomposing body that nobody bothers to check on. Brace yourselves for this absolutely soul-crushing number. 68,000 people died alone and unnoticed in Japan in 2024. That's 190 human beings every single day who took their final breath, with nobody around to notice. But wait, it gets worse. And by worse, I mean this will haunt your dreams worse. There was a man in his 50s who died in his apartment, and because he was such a responsible citizen with automatic bill payments, his dead body paid rent for 3 whole years before anyone realized he wasn't just being really quiet. His corpse was basically the world's most dedicated tenant, never missing a payment, while slowly turning into a horror movie prop. They only discovered him when his bank account finally ran dry, which means this guy's financial planning was so good that even death couldn't stop him from being current on his bills. That's either impressive or the most depressing thing I've ever researched for a video. But hold on to your hats, because we're about to enter the what the actual hell zone of this loneliness epidemic. Meet Japan's most wholesome criminals. Elderly women who are literally shoplifting their way into prison on purpose. Not because they're broke, not because they're rebels, but because jail has better social activities than their actual lives. And just when you think we've covered all the ways Japan has monetized human desperation, there's a whole circus of bizarre services I haven't even mentioned yet. But I'm not going to get into all of them, not because I don't have time, but because I'm way too lazy to edit a longer video, and my parents might actually kick me out if I don't help with dinner tonight. Subscribe so that I can hire a video editor and move out of my parents' house